Well, that sucked. The offense can't put together consecutive games with, a decent amount of hits and put themselves in position to win a game. So they have 2 hits today after a great game by Cole yesterday. It was a great game by Clark Schmidt, too. I'll give them that. But their bats couldn't put anything together off of Tyler Glasnow. Like, come on. Still couldn't do anything, which is pretty sad. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all of you. Got my consigliere here, Sean. We got the crew here. We got We got Billy's in the house. Clemenza. That's right, Rose. How are you? Yeah, Judge has been not hit. I mean, with the exception of his 3-home run game, he's been pretty crummy. D's here. D's channels in the house. Rose for you, Rose in the house. Yeah, if the Yankees go over the Cohen threshold and they stay above the Cohen threshold by the end of the season, then they'll lose. They'll drop 10 spots in the draft. But it could be from dropping 10 from a significantly higher spot based on their record. Could still be picking 10 spots before they would normally pick anyway. So, but as it stands right now, they're looking at a top 10 pick in the draft. But that remains to be seen. So that remains to be seen. And again, if Omar Minaya and Brian Sabian are going to get bigger roles in 2024, as that's what we're hearing, then they might be better positioned in the draft next year. They had a pretty strong draft this year, but they may, those guys might have a bigger impact next year in the draft because that's their specialties. Identifying talent, right? Either in the amateur college draft or internationally, and really bringing in some good fits to help teams win. So, what's good, NFE? Bats were cold. Bats were ice cold. Yes, yeah, damn right. Yes, Joel. Constantly Andres. How are you? Yassine's in the place. I don't think Drew Thorpe gets called up this year. I'd be surprised. I think he's a 2024 guy. Pitching well. I think I could be wrong. But I think he's a 2024 guy. I mean, he still needs a little bit of development. So, Greg. Yeah, pitiful effort by the Yankees bats. I mean, really. Of Stanton or LeMahieu, whom do you think is most likely to be traded away by Brian Cashman? Neither. I don't think either one gets traded. Unless you can find a team to be willing to absorb half of Stanton's contract, I can't see them moving Stanton. And Stanton's also has a no trade clause, a full no trade clause, so it's going to be a limited amount of teams willing to pony up the money. Now, with the news that we now know about Shohei Ohtani and torn UCL, maybe the Dodgers won't go after him. I don't know. Because his value as an elite two-way player has plummeted now after that. Looks like they're still going to try to play him as a hitter. And he is a better hitter than he is a position player. But that unique value that he has as a two-way player could be, tarnished for good. So we'll see. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, it's good to be home. Ohtani will still get his money. I just don't think he's going to get $500 million. But he'll get paid, Angelo. He'll get paid. And nobody was saying the Stanton trade was bad when it happened. He was coming up his 59 home run MVP season. He was, up until this year, he was a clutch hitter in the postseason for the Yankees, and unfortunately, it's almost as if he, not only the injuries, but it's almost as if he forgot how to hit. So, which is crazy. Yeah, I think Seattle's an even bigger prediction for me to get Ohtani too, Sean. They were my pick to get him in the offseason, so I think have a bigger shot at getting him. No, I think they could be more bold than the Dodgers. Yeah, prior to the injury, 500 million was too much for Ohtani. I would agree with you that. I think some team would have probably gotten close, but now, forget it. Forget it. Mike Francesa did not like, yeah, good for him. Up until this point, the Stanton trade worked. So unfortunately now, it looks like the back end of it's going to be ugly. Soto has a better chance. Yeah. I think, yes. It was said as two-way would not hold. I even said that too. I even said even going into the age of 30, it's going to be very difficult to be an elite on both sides at some point. So, and and the problem with him just being a hitter is that he doesn't play a position. So if he's going to be the DH, they're going to have to move Stanton or eat the money. So it presents, presents an issue for the Yankees. So, yeah, I can see Ohtani getting 400. I don't know if he's worth big money, Peter, but he'll get paid. He's the best defensive center fielder in baseball, so he's got value. But I wouldn't say big money. I wouldn't say big money. No. San Diego, I'm gonna have to trade probably Soto. I don't know if Tatis is. I don't know if they're gonna trade Tatis. No. 450 million, maybe somebody could pony up the money for it. Somebody could. Somebody could pony up the money. Well, I'm disagreeing with the 66 and 96 number, but that number I don't think is going to happen. But Bellinger, yeah, he's going to cost probably 150 million bucks. He might price himself out of the Yankees universe. He might. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't see Ohtani getting 400 million if he can't pitch either. But if Soto's going to get 400 plus million as a hitter, then Ohtani might get close just as a hitter. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Now some baseball analysts are saying Nationals. Well, they got C.J. Abrams, been good as shortstop over there. They got Kenzie Gore. They did pretty well. They did pretty well in the Soto trade. No. Get Soto and Trey on the outfield use no kidding. Look, if somebody's willing to take a shot on Stanton, then it's worth pursuing. It's worth pursuing. No. Soto, he's been my first pick. Soto, and if you can get that Japanese, that Korean outfielder, oh man, I'll take that. I don't expect them to end at 66 and 96. Oh. I think 66 and 96 is not realistic. It's not going to happen. So I don't know if it's 76. I don't care, but I know it's not going to be 66 and 96. 30 games under 500? Nah, I doubt it. Doubt it. Like now 62 and 67 now, something like that. 130. They would have to go, 3 and 30 something to get that one. So, you know. But stick with your number, Senor. Stick with your number, dude. Honestly. Start developing next year's rotation. Yeah, I mean, if I'm them, I'm looking into it, developing who's going to develop properly, who they can sign in free agency. Yeah, I know Senil's a ball buster. I get it, man. I just don't agree with the 66-96. So, but it's all good. I understand. No. We'll see where they get Sunil. But I think it's gonna be better than 66-96. I am more interested in at this point, keep developing the kids and get as high a draft pick as you possibly can, because you get that high draft pick in every single round. You'll pick better in every single round. So by upwards of 15 and 20 spots. So that could be a good draft, especially if you're going to give the guys that specialize in drafting more carte blanche, more ability to do their thing. Then sure. Oh. Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, if Ohtani can't pitch or play the field, that's that limits his options to very very few. Very few. I'll make a video on Yamamoto as a Yankee target, Aiden. I will. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think that's realistic, NFE. I'm with you there. I think that's a probably reasonable number. Especially based on his age, he's gonna be 25. So, um, you know, I I think that's a very doable number, NFE. I think so. Yeah, Yankees and Mets are both in on him. Yeah, but the Mets got freaking Senga last year, so the Yankees need to get this kid for the rotation. They need to get it, man. They really do. So we'll see what the budget is now, Gary. We'll see what type of changes they need to make now that they've admitted they need to make changes. I'm really, really curious. Yeah, I think Soto's going to get 10 or 12 years. Yeah, I mean, it's 25. Yeah, hell yeah. Bryce Harper got 13 at 26. No. Mm-hmm. The Orioles, I think they'll get somebody big too. Yeah, Bob Barker, 99 years old, man. He passed away today. 99 years old, man. Yeah, Schmidt looks solid for the rotation too. I would still get two starters to replace Sevy and Herman. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Oh. Yeah, Batista. Jose Batista. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, Barker was knocking on the door of 100, man. May he rest well. Legend. Absolute legend. Don't know, Dominic. Don't know, man. 33 games to go, and the Yankees maybe winning 1 out of 3 against a 7-3. Yeah, I'd say that's probably more doable, Joel. My constantly 73 and 89 or 76 and 86, right around there. Jose, yeah, I know. I know, freaking crazy. Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt, now Bob Barker. I mean, when it rains, it pours, man. It's pouring. Dying batches, and it's unfortunate, man. Bray Wyatt was 36, man. Oh. Yeah, Felix Batista. You torn UCL. Ohtani's got a torn UCL. So, what big changes do you expect next year? I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some players. I think 2 new pitchers for the rotation, 2 new pitchers for the bullpen. I don't know what's going to happen personnel wise. manager, GM, and all that stuff. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen there. Uh, who knows? Yeah, Schmidt, yeah, deserved. He needed some run support, and they didn't give it to him. Happens in threes. Yeah, Joel. I think you're right there. Does happen. It just happened in three. Yeah. Yeah, the Batista injury hurt story was a little bit. I would agree. I agree, Anthony. Yeah, UCLs are just they're getting torn left and right, man. They really, really have. I haven't started previewing the free agent class yet, War Room, but I will. Yeah, I did a video on Jung Hoo Lee from Korea. Um, I actually did a video on him, War Room. He's going to be cheaper than Bellinger. Bellinger's probably going to get 150 million bucks, maybe even more than that. They're probably looking at Chris Bryant money because he's younger than Chris Bryant. So Jung Hoo Lee is a guy that I think he profiles. He has a lot of similarities to Ichiro. So and I think he'd be a good fit on this Yankee squad. Good, solid contact hitter, puts the ball in play. So I'm glad you brought him up because I did do a video on him. So it's at least it shows me that I'm not the only one thinking about him. So good job, War Room. Well, exactly. If Boone and Cashman are back next year, fine. But they got to change things around them from whether it be analytics. They got to change um, training staff, doctors. Like they have to do a lot of other type of changes around them. So and they might get a top 10 pick, you Elvis. And if they get a top 10 pick in one round, they get a top 10 pick in every round. So, which is great. I put it out about a week ago, War Room. About a week ago. And a picture of him is the thumbnail. But let me know what you think about it, Warren. Let me know what you think, dude. He's a guy that's standing out to me, so I'm glad he's standing out to you too. Now we'll see what happens in the offseason. We'll see who gets, who's the sacrificial lamb, if you will. Change the philosophy of role and get back to fundamental. Yeah. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say we're screwed. We got to surround Boone with. If he stays here, we got to surround him with a better roster. And Tori lost his Yoden 2014, 2004 to Tampa. It was Rick Harlow. Yeah, Don Zimmer. Yeah, he was the Yoda, the consigliere for Tori. He definitely was. If they surpass the Cohen threshold, they'll move back 10 spots in the first round. But if they happen to pick 20 spots earlier because of their record, so let's just say they go from 25 to 5, then it gets pushed back to 15. It's still 10 spots better than they would normally pick, Jonathan, if that makes sense. So their record will have to be factored into that. So I would have traded Torres at the deadline. I mean, he had a trade for Torres, but it was intercepted by Hal, Brian. Get one of those top 6 protected picks, and I don't think yeah, it would be nice if they did. I mean, if they're gonna do that, then it would be nice. Like I said, too, I mean, they could be 20 spots ahead, and even if you drop back 10, they're still 10 spots ahead of where they were. So, this is it's an opportunity for the Yankees to hopefully they do something wise with these picks. Hopefully they'll utilize the guys that specialize in identifying the talent. So, pre-lottery, the Yankees pick 13. So if they fall back 10, they pick 23, which is still ahead of where they were this year. So, yeah, I mean, Soto's still he was still my top pick. I mean, what if you got Soto and that Korean player, John Hule, like for the outfield, man? Oof, some dynamic outfield there. And that Korean guy can play all three positions in the outfield. So, there's a lot of managers who made bonehead moves too, Steven, including Boone. Including Boone. They have to find a better analytics department. I don't think they're going to officially trash analytics altogether, but they have to find a better, some better personnel for analytics and do it in a way that complements fundamental baseball, which they haven't been doing. They need to do that. Don't be sorry, that brother Bill. You're absolutely right. When you're 2, 3, and 5, they lay goose eggs. You can't win. You can't win them when they do that. So I mean, I give Schmidt was that's considered a quality start. 6 innings and 3 runs, and he went into the 7th. That's considered a quality start based on major league standards. It's just it doesn't look like or sound quality when the team loses, but when they win, it's considered a quality start. No. Yep. Dodgers down 8-5 in the 9th versus Boston Red Sox. Yeah, I could see them going after Bellinger too. I don't want to pay $150 million for the guy. I'd rather go after the Korean guy, John Hule. I really would. Yeah, Bellinger's probably going to get anywhere from 150 to 200 million. Billy, um, I think so. I think so. Salute, CWE's in the building. Despite the cold bat judges pouring his heart out, so are some other players too. But it's yeah. I mean, he is. Gran Turismo. Oh, nice. So you'll enjoy, man. Going to see Equalizer 2 next weekend. Excuse me, Equalizer 3. So that comes out next weekend. Betts flew out to warning track. Well, the problem too, Billy Brothers, we don't know if he has the ability to set dudes straight. And how would he set dudes straight is the key, right? And Coral is in a different situation over there. If he was here and powerless, he wouldn't be doing it either. So you know what I mean? It's we don't. I mean, he's clearly the bottom man on the totem pole. We just don't know how much ability he has, how much leeway he has to set players and to hold them accountable and blah blah blah. So it's more an accountability thing. So yeah, Jose. I mean, more contact hitters would be a wise idea. They slump less and for shorter periods of time too, because they put the ball in play more often than power guys. So I know. I think it's too much for Bellinger too, but I think that's what he's going to get. He's going to capitalize on this year, and they're going to, I think, use Chris Bryant's contract as a benchmark for him. I mean, if I have to choose between Bellinger and a Korean player, I'm going Korean player, and then I just go Korean player and Pereira, a Korean player, and somehow to get Soto. Like you got 2 contact lefty bats now, so you know, um, that's yeah, man. A good manager wins you 10 games. Who told you that, Dominic? Where did you come up with that? Good team will win you 10 games. I don't know about manager, but where'd you come up with that argument? I'm just curious. Is that yours, or did somebody else tell you that? Ooh, Dune 2. Okay. Yeah, might want to feel the need to redeem himself and go George style this offseason, go crazy in free agency. We don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Jung is a lefty. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, and he does a good job of putting the ball in play, which we need. Which we absolutely need. It's I think next year is be a decent bounce back year too, and especially if they get a good draft. If they have a good draft and some good picks and good everything else, and they get healthier and they get some guys in here, combine that all together, it would be nice to have a bounce back. We gotta they gotta do something about the injuries because they just get bludgeoned with injuries. So yeah, I mean, offer him a QO for Bader, and if he rejects it, then just get a draft pick and move it on. Keep it moving. Maybe replace him with Everson Pereira or something like that. Someone like that. Yeah, I think. I mean, Bellinger's going to capitalize on this season he's having, and he's going to get a lot more money than people think he's going to get. And again, this other guy is just younger and is fundamentally sound player, and I would put him in the outfield there and just let him be a mainstay there. And build around him and Judge and some of the guys. And again, another contact guy who's got some speed. He's a good defender in the outfield, like Bellinger. He's got a good arm, like Bellinger. So he's got a lot of those intangibles. He's just going to cost a hell of a lot less than Bellinger. And we already know that his team has already agreed that they're going to post him. So he will be a free agent. He will be coming to the majors in the fall. So there's no like if he gets posted. The team's already agreed to post him. So he's coming to the majors. So for Sevy's 25, yeah, I mean Sevy's 15 and Donaldson's 25. They can get 2 starts. Yeah, I mean, I'd be going after a Japanese pitcher, and I will do a video on him, or Julio Urias, Aranola, something like that. Some good starters to add to the rotation. Uh, if they had a trade offer for Sevy, would not? They would have probably done. I mean, I don't know if they have a trade. He's going to be a free, so they can't. We won't be able to trade him anyway, Jonathan. And we don't even know if there was a trade offer available for Sevy and Hal, because Hal stopped Cashman's ability to me. He told Hal to don't make any of the deals. So he didn't let Cashman make any moves, like with the exception of Kane and Middleton. Yamamoto's a young, exciting looking pitcher. And again, I'll do a video on him, but it's another guy again. But is going to be posted? We don't know. We know Lee's going to be posted. So, Had wrote this in his column. He said that MLB coaches would say this all the time. Say what all the time, Dominic? MLB coaches would say what all the time? Yamamoto will be pricing. Yes, he will. Yeah, Cashman had a couple deals ready to go, and Hal put the kibosh on it. Yankees will tap into Japan. Yeah, I mean, if I'm them, I would. I would definitely consider it, even the Korean market for that outfield. I'd be stepping into the international market this year. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know why Hal blocked Cashman's ability to make some deals at the deadline, but he did. Texas, there he is. Sunny. Call sign Sunny. Here he is, the king of Texas right there. Consigliere's here too. We got the crew here. We got the and Bill and Clemenza. We got the whole crew here. We got the whole crew here. There he is. I mean, I would move Volpe to second next year, and I would have Peraza at shortstop. But that's just me. The big, yeah, that's what I would do. If they didn't, yeah, I mean, if they didn't re-sign Judge, I would imagine they would have spread that money out a little bit differently. A little bit differently. I mean, Volpe is solid shortstop. He's not an elite defender. The Peraza is. So if Peraza played second and Volpe stayed short, then I'd be fine with that too. I think Peraza at any infield position will be fine. I'll be fine with because of his defensive versatility and his glove. Yeah, if they sold it more, yeah, if they did, yeah. Peraza is better. I mean, but Volpe's proven to be competent there at shortstop. And he is Peraza's super elite. So yeah, I couldn't agree more. So change the scenery would probably do Stanton some good. So you read that about managers from an article from Mike Lupico. He was literally told this by Emily. Told what? Told what, Dominic? Told what? Volpe, right now, he's better offensively than Peraza. Yes, he is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it would make sense. Then they can afford to trade Everson Pereira if they got Lee. And they still have Dominguez, so how Spencer Jones, all of which are hit from the lefty side. Dominguez is a switch hitter, but you still have that too. So, but Stanton's definitely stressing. Stanton says, but I like this guy, Lee, this Korean player. I like him very, very much. So, um, I think they would probably. I mean, personally, I think they would go for the Korean outfielder before Peraza. I mean, not Peraza. Sorry, Florial. Florial doesn't have any options. That's one of his big problems. So enjoy that movie, Samuel. Enjoy that movie, dude. Hearing good things about it, man. Good things about it. And again, what's going to happen here? We just don't know what the hell's going to happen, honestly. What in the world are they going to do? The Yankees. There's a lot of options. We just don't know what they're going to do yet. We really don't. And Peraza has not. You're right about that, Sean. He hasn't gotten a consistent shot like Volpe has. Volpe's got the whole season. Peraza's gotten little bits and pieces. So Peraza and Pereira need to step here and get regular playing time. No doubt about it. So Bellinger or Jung, yeah. I mean, if I'm going to choose, I'm going to go for Jung personally. But that's just me. That way I can reallocate payroll and invest in pitching a little bit more. Because they need pitching. They need pitching. Well, they do. They really, really do. But Bellinger's an attractive player, no doubt about it. He's just going to be very expensive. Keep resting, Buckeye. Keep resting, Sonny. Get that rest. Need you 100% here, man. Need you 100%. That's right. I don't see Cashman getting fired, Jonathan. I don't. I just don't. Mm. Well, if they got Bellinger and Jung, there'll be no room to get Florial. Especially since, man, unless they're gonna have to trade Pereira, they're gonna have to trade other guys too. But like, if they got Bellinger and Jung, that where are you gonna play Floria? That's the other question. Oh, yeah, how can you deal most of your starting? No kidding, Peter. Catching next year, don't be surprised if Austin Wells makes it. Rortvedt will probably be still around too. So, um, I don't think they trust Florial either. I would agree with that, Jonathan. Yeah. Why, Patrick? Why do you think they're good fits? Just curious. Um, eh, yeah. Nevin's doing his thing over the Angels. No doubt about it. And yes, Florial is hurt. I think it's a hand injury. So he's got to get healthy too. He's got to get healthy too. So the Yankees didn't trust McGill. Well, he was a terrible defender everywhere he played. So he had high end bat D's, no doubt about it, but couldn't defend anyway. Look at it. He can't even stay on other teams. He'd like the Pirates, you know? Text me. You got to do what you got to do, man. Sometimes the husbands need to get it, man. You got to give it to them. So, where are these rumors, David, about Jeter will get the reins in 24-25? Where are you seeing these rumors? Melvin is more old school and less on analytics. He is. This is true. They're going to have to be willing to go with somebody like that, and I don't know if they are or not. I don't know what epiphany they're going to have, what type of philosophy they're going to have after the season. I don't know. We don't. None of us know. None of us do. I didn't see him dropping the F bomb, but I saw him getting inducted to the Rays Hall of Fame. Good for him. He's an exciting player. Yeah, the Mets got Senga. So the Yankees got to counter by getting Yamamoto, and the Yankees got to do something here. You know, they got to compete in the Japanese and the Korean market. They got to get back in there. You got freaking what's the name? Masahiro Yoshida with the Red Sox. You got freaking with the Cubs. You got Senga with the Mets. Ohtani with the Angels. Like, there's too many of them. Frying eggs in the sidewalks in towns. Oh my god. Yeah, Yankees got to be aggressive, and they have to be early in free agency. They really, really do. But I will be doing the free agent previews. I will be doing working on that stuff now. I will be doing the preview on the Japanese pitcher as well. So that's coming. Yeah, Tanaka and Matsui to help recruit. That's a good idea too. Yeah, get some of these guys over here, man. Use the guys that were playing that were great here, that loved playing here. Yeah, get them going, man. Get them off of sushi. Do whatever you need to do. Get a little break, Billy, huh? On the weather coming up. That's good. Seiya Suzuki with the Cubs. That's Seiya Suzuki with the Cubs. So they got international flavor all over the place. All over the place. Oh, free agent 2024 previews. Yes, they are, Warren. You're absolutely right. That's a, it is, especially for the Yankees. That is a good point. We'll see if the Yankees will win this series. We'll see what they do tomorrow against the Rays. Like, honestly, take advantage of it. Like, the Rays, McClanahan just went down. Is going to need Tommy John. They might lose Juan DeFranco forever because of his stupidity. Like, teams like the Yankees need to take advantage of that. They really, really do. They really do. So, but we'll see. I'll wrap this up in a minute. I know it's all. Thank you, Stanley. I appreciate the kind words, man. Saturday, I actually have to go out and get some school supplies with my wife. We got to get them for our daughters who start school Monday. Got to get them some school supplies. Everyone talks about the weather, but no one does anything about it. It's a good point, Bill. That's a good one, Ben. Yeah, the Yankees have 37 games left. They win 82 games. So I don't know. I don't know, Johnny. That'll be a tough one. That'd be really tough. They have to go 20 and 17, right? 20 and 17. No. Yeah, Yankees they got 3 in Houston. They have 4 in Detroit, in between Tampa and Houston. So this is a long 10-game road trip for the Yankees. Yeah, this coming off season is gonna. I agree, and CW, it's gonna be a big one, particularly for the Yankees, man. And man, we love having you, NFE. That's always a pleasure, man. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would, but he's like 85 years old, so I don't think he's gonna manage anymore. He's still old. So now that he's like an MLB exec or a consultant for MLB, so. Yeah, Houston humidity. Yeah, it's no joke out there. Humidity in Texas. Could Chapar be called up in September? I think if the Yankees decide that they need to put Rizzo on the 60, then that's when I can see Chapar being called up. Other than that, Jonathan, I can't see it, unfortunately. If they lost every game left, he might fire Cashman then. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to continue to. Yeah, we'll see how these guys do the rest of the way, man. So Neil's pegged him at 66 and 96. So that's the number, at least for me, that I'm looking to surpass first before anything else. So he's set in stone on that number, 66 and 96. Worried about Peraza. I mean, he's looking a little overmatched right now with his bat, that's for sure. I think Wells gets a shot in September. That's the Baker 74. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Baker, man. Good for Baker. And we'll see how well Houston does this offseason. We will see how well they do. This playoffs, this offseason, how everybody. So if they lose every game, he won't fire anyone. No. I don't know. I wonder who's going to be the scapegoat. Who's it going to be? If there are going to be any. Or scapegoats, departments like we usually do. We don't know. We don't know. So it still remains to be seen what Hal's going to do. I don't even think he knows. I mean, I don't think he's looking forward to this offseason. You have to make some tough decisions. Yeah, I think Peraza just needs more opportunity. Like Volpe was overwhelmed for a while, Billy. He found his groove, came into his own. I think the same thing will happen to Peraza. Pereira looks a little smoother than him right now, but I think Peraza will be fine. Volpe got his chance through spring training and all this stuff. Peraza wasn't given that same chance. You know what I mean? So, and it's important to recognize that, like we talked about yesterday. hitting coach change in the middle of a season. That's hard for everybody to adapt to. Same type of thing. Same type of thing. Texas, King of Texas. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, my sonny. How runs a team like 80s George Steinbrenner? It kind of does, Jonathan. It kind of does. But I do think Peraza's. I think Peraza will be fine. I think Carrera will be fine too. I think they'll be fine. Can be average right now, but I think they'll be okay. If you wind up getting guys like have similar stats to Volpe, you got 3 of them now. Add to the lineup, like they were talking about this yesterday, like guys at Boston, not flashy stats, but they get 7 guys who hit like Volpe. Yankees have 3. It's a huge difference. 7 versus 3. So, but Peraza, they need to give him consistent playing time, just like Pereira. Consistent playing time. If you're going to call up Wells, you got to give him consistent playing time. So, I heard JD's working his way towards a minor league rehab assignment, but I don't know. I don't see the point bringing him back, to be honest with you. That's just me. CW, I don't see the point. Let the kids play. I don't think Donaldson's letting him play is more important than letting the kids play. I just don't feel that way. I'd rather have Peraza in there getting reps and getting developing. 80s in with a few lows. Yeah, early 90s. Yes, they did. And then all of a sudden it just turned around. And then they drafted the core 4 and everybody else. And with that terrible record, they had some high draft picks. So Jeter got picked number 6. So it's the last time you had a draft pick that high. I think they're waiting for rosters to expand, Johnny, to bring up Wells. Yeah, some regular time in the bigs, I think, is needed for these kids. So it is needed. It is needed. My wife just turned the light on so I can see. So you guys can see me too. That's just Wanda. I don't know if Wanda Franklin got set up. We don't know enough yet, Johnny. The situation's ugly. We're not sure if he's set up or not. I mean, if he's in a relationship with a 14-year-old, that's on him. Thank you, Alvin. Appreciate that. That's on him. If he's and again, that's an ugly situation. So if he got set up and they can prove that, it's the only way they're going to be able to get him off. They got to prove he was set up. So other than that, he's got He's got some problems on his hands. Yep. No. But like being in a relationship with kids, I don't know about that. Tell me you couldn't tell the difference between 14 and 18 or 19. I don't know. I don't know. Since they're proven guilty, yeah, they have to prove all this stuff. He was told with consent she was 18. Yeah, told by who is the question, right? And again, like, we just don't know. And look at Trevor Bauer. Not even with little kids, but the freaking, Trevor Bauer's crazy sexual escapades got him basically blackballed from baseball. He's playing in the Japanese league now. It's just, I don't think he's gonna. I can't see him back in the majors now. I'd be surprised. And this is even worse. If this is true, it's even worse. And again, he just signed a $200-something million deal, which he can lose every penny of it. This turns out to be true. But we'll see. that true that the mother said she was 18? Is she telling the truth? Is she lying? The reports say 14. Now we're hearing conflicting views, and so somebody says 18. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Could be a money grab too. We just have no idea. But he's got to know better than that. I agree. The innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, well, exactly, Billy. I mean, he's someone is saying, Joe, my consigliere. Thank you, sir. You're the man. So 6 months right here as a member of the family. Appreciate that. Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, it just looks really bad. But again, if it's true, if it turns out to be true, he should never play baseball again. I would agree with that. They got to prove it first, though. But yes, but this looks not good. Not good. And I would agree. I think they were hoping this wouldn't get out. Now that it has, like, their young superstar player could be done. Could be done. Kids are being sold for sex, and makes me want to. Yeah, I mean, it's so true. So true, Texas. Yeah, yeah. We don't know if they're going after him for the money or not. We just, they're not stupid, but I mean, yeah, I mean, they're not stupid. I mean, if he fell for it, then that's on him. Like he's got to know better too. Like he's got to be surrounding himself with some better people and some smarter people around him. So that's unfortunately, it's unfortunately. Yeah, juicy meat 18, but should be smarter than that. He got him. Yes, exactly. So we'll see. I don't think Dominguez is going to get a call. I'd be surprised, Jonathan, this year. Like I would be surprised. We'll see. I don't think Hinch would get it because he was, one of the part of the Astros cheating scandal. So I don't think the Yankees would bring that stink of cheating over here. I would be surprised, Stanley. I would be surprised. Uh, but yeah, but he's batting 420 in like 3 games. So we got to get which is good, but we need a bigger sample size than like 3 or 4 games. I hope he continues. I hope he continues. No, that's for sure. I want him to be the a reason that they don't need to pay $400 million for Soto. Yeah, they just was like R. Kelly doing things on these girls and nobody noticing her over. Yeah, this stuff just gets out in the open and then it spreads everywhere. So like spreads like freaking wildfire. Doing something like this for underage kids, like it's just so freaking bad. It's terrible. But again, innocent until proven guilty. But if they prove him to be guilty, you know, um, He deserves everything coming to him. That's coming to him. Couldn't control his back. Hey, yeah, it's a cute girl. Like he had some young booty right there. So but come on, dude. Protect your assets. Protect your ass. So yeah, he did block Cashman from doing his job at the deadline. Hell, and who knows if he's blocked him in other areas either. We don't know. We just don't know. Uh, Franco has a type. Franco likes the minors by preference. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. It's a shame. I'm not calling BS on anything just yet, Angela. And the people that speak up generally speak out up about rape. Bill Cosby attacked me, Donald Trump and raped me, like all this type of stuff. Not necessarily just for having a common sense, not a common sense, a consensual relationship with somebody who wasn't a minor when you were a minor. They generally don't speak up about that. They speak up about a guy sexually assaulting them, sexually abusing them, and blah blah blah. Well, it's a shame, but Stretch out is kind of like Pamponi got like 30 years added to his deal. It's true. Yeah, the problems go higher than Boone. They go higher than Cashman. You know, why would you block Cashman's ability to not only get you guys under the threshold, but make some trades that could have probably put the team in the playoffs? We don't know. We don't know. Why would you block that? I asked the Rays fan, what would you do if Franco was sleeping with your 14-year-old daughter? And he answered, he didn't care. Well, that's not somebody I want like watching my kids. You know, you know. Damn right, CWE. Damn right. This is a good conversation, gang. But let me I thank you all for coming on. Let me let you all go. Have a great night. Ben Rice is making a case for himself in catching. So is Tyler Hardman in first base. So, like, these guys are making a case for themselves. And I'm going to also go through our line of pitching. The line of pitching that the Yankees have is a little bit deeper than people think, pitching prospects. So I will have a video of that coming out this week too. So, but have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate the super chats. Hit that like button, the thumbs up if you're, if you're enjoy the content. If there's anybody here that hasn't subscribed, I hope you enjoy the content enough. Subscribe, come in, join the family, part of the discussion. Because we get straight up with this type of stuff. So again, this is not an ego-driven channel. This is a facts-driven channel. So, and that's the way we're going to keep it. That's why we got such a good family here. But thank you, Joe, my consultant. I appreciate it. Keep getting well. You guys keep recovering too. And I'll be back here tomorrow. You know it. So have a great Saturday night. Talk to you next time.